a small town here in what is known as Terlingua Ghost Town. Abandoned homes, ruins. It seems as if residents here just got up and left. Which is true. At one point, Terlingua had a population of 2,000 people back when the mining industry hit a huge boom. But today, less than 60 people currently reside in this town.
Terlingua was one of the most remote areas in North America. 80 miles of dirt road to get here and no electricity, no amenities whatsoever. Been in the area a long, long time.
Bill Ivey is the current owner of this former mining town. His father first moved here to settle back in the 1920s.
When my dad first came, at one time Terlingua was the largest community between Del Rio and El Paso. We discovered not too long ago it even had a tennis court. They had Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, there was schools here, barber shop, and places to dance and drink. But it was a one-man town.
A one-man town. That one man being Howard Perry, who discovered mercury here and even developed the mining industry, which in turn created Terlingua, the largest mercury mine in North America and one of the largest the world has ever seen. Eventually, the price of mercury dropped after the war in the early 1940s, shutting down the mines and eventually getting them auctioned off, leaving most of the town looking like it does today.
So after it closed, Mr. Perry that owned the mine pretty much said, "We're closed. Everybody out of the mines, you've lost your job, town's closed."
And for residents who lived here at one point, many passed away from the influenza outbreak in 1918. Until this day, if you do stop by the cemetery, you'll even see some crosses dating back to 1903. This spot becoming one of the most photographed cemeteries in the state of Texas.
The very end of October, November, when it's the Day of the Dead, the Dia de los Muertos, they have a huge celebration here, and it's become more and more popular. It's absolutely beautiful to come out here to see the respect that's paid by the families who actually have family members buried here.
And although the town shut down, for many years, Terlingua kept that true meaning of a ghost town, but not a ghost town forever. Because there's new life that came to the area, visitors from all over the country and even the world come to visit to do many activities.
It's more than just the national park, but I gotta say the national park is one of the largest in the country and one of the least visited. So the thing about that is people want to come because there's not the lines to take a hike. There's not people just crowding you everywhere. It really feels like you're the only person in the middle of an 800,000 acre national park.
One more step. Try that out.
Now, one of the favorite activities a lot of people like to do here is horseback riding. So here at Big Bend Stables, you can actually ride a horse for an hour to half a day. So what better way to view the town of Terlingua than on the back of a horse, because that's West Texas for you.
It's absolutely fabulous because we are just blessed out here with fabulous sunsets. West Texas all over the place has great sunsets, but here in the national park, when that sun sets and then the pinks and the purples just start glowing on the mountains, it's fabulous.
And if you do pass through, then you'll notice sitting right above the Chizos mines, overlooking the town, it doesn't look like much from far away, but this was once the mansion of the town's owner, Howard Perry. Over time, West Texas weather brought that structure to ruins until Bill decided something had to be done with it.
It finally got to the point where I decided it's either got to get fixed or we're going to just watch it fall down.
And now this mansion has become a hot spot for visitors to rest their head. With 2 stories, 7 rooms, each with a bathroom and, yes, air conditioning. You can stay in this once ruined mansion that belonged to the owner of the famous mine.
We've kept the outside of the mansion as much in keeping with the ghost town as we possibly could without changing the footprint of it, since it's such a landmark. My challenge was to blend mansion and ruin, and it's been a wonderful, fun experience.
Even the locals, and for folks like Bill, who are still keeping the ghost town Terlingua true to its name for many years to come, there's no more mining here. But if there's one thing that does stay rich, it is Terlingua's history.
Everybody wants to be a part of the last best place, and we've been the last best place for a long time that we've known, but now we're being discovered. But Terlingua has its own spirit. I don't think you can really change that.
And just like the Perry Mansion, Terlingua Ghost Town may seem like there really isn't much to look at from the outside until you look a little closer. Because on the inside, there's still an energy that lives here. Even in a small town of less than 60 people, it is those who are in awe of Terlingua who can bring this ghost town back to life. In Terlingua, Jolena Okazaki, News West 9.